the puppet Kiev keeps looking for bloodshed, trying its best to thwart any agreements and prolong the hostilities. On April 1st, Zelensky announced the upcoming meeting between military representatives of Ukraine and the United Kingdom, the purpose of which is to prepare military contingents to deploy in the war-torn country. The top-level discussions concern the intentions of London and Paris to deploy Western troops to the territory of Ukraine. However, the current European initiatives are still far from reality and are covered with uncertainty. Earlier, French President Macron declared his readiness to send limited military groups for technical cooperation. At the current stage, France and Britain reportedly proposed the deployment of advisory groups and instructional missions, as if there were not enough foreign instructors already deployed in Ukraine. But the discussion continues amid Kiev's increasing calls for the direct participation of NATO countries in the hostilities. Despite Kiev's West dreams and loud statements in London and Paris, most of the alliance members, including Germany, keep their distance from the dangerous initiative, not to mention the leading power, the United States, which officially ruled out sending their troops to the territory of Ukraine. The format, number, and legal framework of such a military mission in Ukraine has not yet been disclosed. Kiev, London, and Paris are still trying to work out scenarios of direct involvement of NATO countries in the war. The ongoing statements, meetings, and claims are aimed at preparing their populations and strengthening the fake image of the Russian threat to Europeans. At the same time, European warmongers are probing Russian red lines without daring to cross them without support from Washington. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian military continues provocations on the front lines. Regardless of its public statements of support for the Russian-American agreements on a phased settlement of the conflict, the Kiev regime continues to unilaterally strike Russian energy facilities on a daily basis. 2 more strikes were launched over the past day. Ukrainian drones damaged energy stations in the Zaporozhye and Bryansk regions. After Kiev officially agreed to suspend strikes on energy facilities, the Ukrainian military only changed the targets. Instead of large oil depots and gas stations deep in the Russian rear, Ukrainian UAVs are now pounding civilian energy infrastructure in the border areas, violating the agreement. Defeated in the Kursk region, Kiev lost all of its trump cards. Its army was forced to launch new, senseless attacks in the Russian Belgorod region, which brought new losses without any victories. Amid the ongoing border clashes, another Ukrainian attack was thwarted in the border Bryansk region. Russian counterfire destroyed Ukrainian groups which were preparing for an invasion of the village of Lozhki in the Bryansk region.